Okay, so are you ready to dive in?
Oh, yeah. Always ready to get into it.
All right, well, strap in because today we're dissecting just a tiny scene,
Okay.
but even though it's small, it is, it's packed with details. It's really going to make us think.
I like that.
So we've got two characters, a single stage direction, and
Okay.
a ton of questions.
Sounds good to me.
Are you ready to put on your detective hats for this one?
You know, I love a good mystery, so lay on me.
Okay, so imagine this, all right?
Right.
We got Rico, and he says, "Livin lavida folka."
Okay.
Dave replies with just a thumbs up.
Hmm.
And then the scene ends with, "Fade out to Johnny B."
Okay.
It's like a puzzle box, right?
It is intriguing for sure.
So let's start cracking this thing open.
Okay.
What about that Livin lavida folka? What are your first thoughts on that?
Well, the slang there is definitely doing a lot of work. You know, it's not just casual. It's almost like a catchphrase. Maybe something specific to like a certain time or a certain group.
Right.
Like you think about cowabunga back in the 80s.
Right.
Or, yeah, you know, a few years ago.
Right.
Like it immediately sort of creates a picture in your mind. It tells you something about the speaker.
Yeah, totally. It gives me kind of like this 90s surfer dude vibe.
Oh, okay. I can see that.
Like we're in some beach town, but then we have Dave's reaction.
Yes.
Just a thumbs up.
Right.
It's not exactly the most, groundbreaking response, is it?
Well, on the surface, it seems pretty straightforward, right?
Yeah.
He's agreeing with Rico, just going with the flow.
Right, right.
But why didn't the writer give Dave any dialogue? Why only a gesture?
Right.
It makes you wonder if there's something else going on there.
That's a really good point.
Like there's some unspoken tension between them.
Yeah, you're right. It's like the thumbs up is hiding a whole conversation we're not seeing.
Exactly. And it makes you want to know more.
Totally. And then to top it off, we get fade out to Johnny B.
Right.
Not a cut to Johnny B.
Right.
Fade out.
Very deliberate.
What do you make of that choice?
Oh, it's definitely a very deliberate choice. I mean, a fade out, it's like this slow exhale, right?
Yes.
It leaves you hanging and it makes you wonder what's coming next.
Totally.
It's like the story itself is holding its breath before Johnny B shows up.
Ooh, that's a good way to put it.
And it makes you anticipate his arrival even more.
It really does.
And also think about like the emotional impact a fade out can have, you know?
Yeah.
It can be nostalgic, it can be dreamy, it could even be ominous. It all depends on the context.
Right.
And it makes the audience an active participant in the story.
Right.
You know, you're not just watching, you're experiencing that transition.
Exactly. Okay, so let's put the pieces together.
All right.
We have the slang that hints at a very specific subculture.
Right.
A thumbs up that could be hiding a whole world of subtext.
Yes.
And a fade out that really sets us up for this arrival of the mysterious Johnny B.
Yeah.
So what kind of story are we dealing with here? What genre are you thinking?
It's hard to say for sure, you know, with just this tiny piece, but I'm kind of getting a coming-of-age vibe, maybe with a touch of, like, dark humor.
Interesting.
You got these characters, and they're trying to define themselves. They're navigating relationships, and then you have this figure of Johnny B looming in the background. It feels like the calm before the storm.
It really does, just these few lines and that one stage direction. It's amazing how much is unfolding in our minds just from these few words.
It really is. It speaks to the power of concise storytelling.
Doesn't it?
Like, how much can we actually lean from just a few carefully chosen words and actions?
Right.
I mean, this tiny scene, it's like a doorway to countless possible stories.
It really is. It's amazing.
You could take this in so many directions.
And that's the beauty of it, isn't it?
Exactly.
So there you have it, folks.
Another mystery solved.
Well, not quite solved. More like we just started scratching the surface. We did a deep dive into this little snippet. And it's way more than meets the eye.
That's for sure.
We've got slang, we've got subtext, we've got cinematic techniques, and a whole lot of intrigue.
It's all there.
So, as you go about your day, think about this scene.
Yeah.
What story do you see unfolding?
Keep those creative juices flowing.
Thanks for joining us for another deep dive.
Until next time.
Bye.
2 Forp 73.